Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be running through the custom tactics and the team that I'm going to be using for this weekend league. We're going to start off with the team, then I'm going to run through my custom tactics, my set piece takers, so on and so forth, and then I'm going to be having a rough look around at what I'm going to be doing in the future on YouTube and Twitch. So we're going to start off with our backline. Is Manuel Neuer in net, the best keeper I've used on the game so far. I've used him in draft and obviously the 4 games of rivals I've played. I did have Donnarumma in there. Donnarumma is absolutely fraudulent. Didn't like him at all. So mistake prone. Conceded so many soft goals, so I decided to get rid of him. Got Cancelo at right back. Fairly solid. Not as good as Hakimi. I have used Hakimi, but Cancelo is fairly solid. Good defensively. Decent going forward, very good passing for a right back, so I'm happy with that. 2 centre back pairings. We have Kimpembe, who in game I'll swap to the left, which I'll show you, and we also have Upamecano. I did pick up Upamecano's one to watch card. That's purely because I see it as a bit of an investment. If Bayern Munich, when Bayern Munich should win 5 of their next 9, this card should go up to an 84, which would be a very, very good card, and I can't see that being 86k, so I'm hoping this is an investment for the future. But yeah, I picked up a Upamecano. So far I really like him, really solid. Not as good as Marquinhos, but he's still a very good centre back in the game. At left back we've got Alphonso Davies. Very, very good. Very solid. Good going forward. Okay defensively. I have my instructions on stay back, so he does stay back. But as you can see, he has scored a goal. His finishing when in around the box, I've noticed from my recent drafts I've used him in, is very, very good. But you definitely notice the 86 pace. Very, very good card on this game. Into our midfield, we have Bruno Fernandes, who is first owner and untradeable. We packed him in the 2nd day of full release, I think. Very, very good card. Decent in-game. I play him as a central cam. Does pop up with a goal and an assist every couple of games. Overall a very solid player. Kylian Mbappe, the focal point of the team. I'm undecided how much I like him. He's obviously very effective, but I feel like he doesn't influence the game as much as I want him to. He does get a chance, he does finish. 18 goals and 7 assists in 14 games of Div 2 rivals. I've been 1 win away from Div 1 for about 3 days now, and I always seem to draw or lose, but we'll get there eventually. Kylian Mbappe, yeah, very good card, worth 1.2, 1.3 mil. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I very much like him. Leon Goretzka, best centre mid in the game. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant in the box from corners. Absolutely love the guy. Couldn't speak highly enough of him. He's rumoured to be in the road to the knockout stages for Bayern Munich's player. So, hell of a card that will be. I've already made coins on this card, but he will be definitely in the club for the foreseeable future. Very, very good card. Kingsley Coman for chemistry more than anything, but he is also very good in game. 12 goal contributions in 14 games is very, very, very good for a 32,000 coin card. His dribbling and his agility and balance, you notice he's very, very good on this game. Really like him. His stamina is a letdown. Same with Jadon Sancho, so I do find myself subbing him Wirtz or St. Maximin normally around the 60th minute. This guy is unbelievable. His ability on the ball is noticeable to be not as good as Goretzka, but in terms of his defensive positioning and his general presence on the pitch and dominating midfield, Tchouaméni, if that's how you pronounce this, absolutely fantastic card. He has skyrocketed since being out of packs. He's about 18, 19k now. You can pick him up for on the market. 100% worth it, especially if you're going down the Ligue 1 route, and a perfect link to Ben Yedder. Then I've got my first owner, untradeable Jadon Sancho, one to watch. Normally I would try and fit Jesus in there, so I'd probably have Kevin De Bruyne instead of Bruno. But this card is, I didn't have much fun with Jadon Sancho's base card when I tried to use it, but this card is next level. Absolutely love the card. Maybe it's because I'm playing him in a different position, which I'll show in a minute, but he is fantastic. Whether he'll get many upgrades because his form for Manchester United has been poor, we hoped he'd get one for his 2 assists for England, but 160k, maybe it's worth investing in just in case he hits a bit of form for Man United, because a couple of upgrades, this card will be absolutely outstanding. Going into custom tactics then, I have 2 that I normally play on. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-1-2-1-2. We're going to start with the most used formation for myself. So we have 60 depth and 50 width. I like my players to try and stop the through passes, which is why the 60 depth is there, so they're higher up the pitch. Everything unbalanced. That's purely because I don't feel like anything makes too much of a difference. If you do have forward runs on, you find yourself so prone to getting done on counter-attacks, as the description says. Direct passing, everyone just seems to fuck off and don't have an option to pass to. Balanced, I find I can keep the ball or I can play quickly on the counter, so happy days. Got 1 player in corners, 1 player up for free kicks, because I have patched it, but I used to be so susceptible to conceding on counter-attacks from my set pieces, so I've tried to defend against that and just have 1 man in the box. That man tends to be Leon Goretzka. He does put himself about. He normally wins the first ball, but now I tend to play short and just keep possession of the ball. Players in the box, I've got 2. However, as you see from my instructions, the front 3 of attacking midfielders are all getting to the box with a cross, so they tend to get in there anyway. And I drill one across the box, and hopefully Bruno, Koeman, Sancho or Mbappe will get on the end of it. Goalkeeper, I've left balance. I might have to change that for Neuer because he tends to want to come out for the ball. In fact, I can't change it, so he's going to have to stay on balance. But he is a sweeper keeper no matter what you do. I've noticed with Neuer, he will charge out and try and stop any space for any attacker. Fullbacks, I've got to stay back while attacking. I find that if I want to play down the wings, I will use LB and A's to get my fullbacks up the pitch. But I've got enough going forward to kind of leave them back. Kimpembe and Upamecano I leave on stay back while attacking, but I did switch Kimpembe and Upamecano so they're on their strong foot. Goretzka and Tchouaméni both on cut passing lanes and stay back while attacking, as well as cover centre. I don't want my CDMs covering out in the wings because then I'm just going to get done in the middle of the pitch. Goretzka and Tchouaméni are absolutely fantastic in these roles. Cutting passing lanes, I tend to find stops the through balls because I think everyone in this game is susceptible to 1 through ball through the middle of the team, which is why I've got cut passing lanes on. Jadon Sancho is on basic, but the only thing I've changed for these wide cams is to get into the box with a cross. Everything else is left on balance or basic. Bruno Fernandes, I think, is the same. If I'm 1-0 up or say 2-0 up in the 70th minute of a game, I'll change Bruno and have him to come back on defence. Purely so he joins Tchouaméni and Goretzka in that deeper role, so it gives me a bit of protection. Mbappe, all I have on him is stay forward. If I do get him behind this year, I've got no driven pass into the central striker because the striker's gone for a run. Stay central I would do, but I like Mbappe as a lone striker trying to drift into the channels to help Sancho and Koeman. So then the through balls on through the lines. You'll notice when your central striker does drift wide that the central cam, in my case Bruno, tends to actually pick up a gap in the box, which I find really, really good. But overall, that's how I rock the 4-2-3-1. In terms of the 4-1-2-1-2, I go into this when I'm struggling a little bit to break someone down because it gives me an extra man going forward because it gives me 2 strikers. I've got width on 45, depth on 55, only because I've only got 1 centre defensive midfielder, so I kind of drop back a tiny bit. But I do have direct passing on. This is because I want to speed up my play. If I'm struggling in the game, I want to play at a quicker tempo, so I want to create more chances. So I have direct passing on because it suits Mbappe and Koeman, who I have up front. Width I have 55. I make it a little bit wider than I did the 4-2-3-1 because the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is, as it says, quite narrow. So giving a little bit more width to play out wide with because I don't always like to play down the centre of the pitch. Players in box, I've gone up to a 3, so I think that's 5 on the little indicators. But I've gone 3 men in the box, purely because I don't have 4 attacking players now. I've only just got the 3, so it'll just get someone else in there. Corners and free kicks stay on 1. I've explained that, why I do that, and that's not going to change for the rest of the game, I don't think, because I can just retain possession if I wanted to from corners. Both strikers I've got on stay forward and balanced, same as I did for the 4-2-3-1. Sancho I have on basic for everything. He's going to be the floater. He's the one that's going to drift out wide, play in pockets and create opportunities for Koeman and Mbappe. Goretzka and Fernandes I have on balanced, but cover centre. I don't have one of them sitting back because, as I say, this is the formation I change to when I'm struggling. So I want to put more men forward. Goretzka and Bruno have got amazing stamina. So if you want to try and play the 4-1-2-1-2, I think your outside mid stamina is very, very important. And then obviously Tchouaméni at the base of the diamond as the defensive midfielder. I have on stay back while attacking and cover centre. His defensive behaviour is set to balance. If I find him trying to cut passing lanes, maybe he drifts one way too much and then there's a gap that Goretzka or Bruno don't cover. So I have him on balance just so he doesn't fall out of position effectively. Davies and Cancelo I've left on balance for this one, purely because it is a narrow formation, so the fullbacks in this formation give me the width I need, hence why Davies and Cancelo have permission to go forward. Tchouaméni on stay back. Normally I might put him on to fill in between defenders. So effectively Tchouaméni, Kimpembe and Upamecano plays a back 3 when Cancelo and Davies have gone, or like Manchester City do. Tchouaméni will come across. If Cancelo's gone, I'll have a back 4 of Davies, Kimpembe, Tchouaméni and Upamecano. But I have swapped Upamecano and Kimpembe in game, as you can see there. The 4-1-2-1-2 I found more effective at breaking down opponents compared to the 4-2-3-1, but I feel much more safe defensively in the 4-2-3-1, so I tend to use that within this game, and I'll try and win 2-0, 1-0 within Rivals or Champs. Roles I'm going to show you just because I can. Neuer's captain, no particular reason, just think he's Bayern's captain and Germany's captain, so why not. Short free kick, Bruno got very nice running up to the free kick. That's things you got to look for. Some players like Cristiano Ronaldo hate his free kick stance, so I struggle to time and aim his free kicks, so I just go with someone that I'm comfortable with. Marco Reus and Lewandowski have got the nicest free kick stances in this game, but Bruno's fantastic. I tend not to free kicks I've found really hard this year. I've scored a couple, but no more. Penalties, I've obviously got Fernandes on there. He's got 91 penalties, the highest penalty rating. Tend to just finesse shot him into the corners. A lot of people go down the middle, I've noticed, so I've tried to just finesse shot it into the corners, because at least I then get a corner if I miss. Corners, I've got Bruno again, purely because he's got the best curve and long passing, so I think that plays a part for corners. But as I said, I tend to play short now and just keep the ball. But yeah, there's my custom tactics and my team. The thing I might be looking at doing in the future is squad updates before every weekend league. I'm going to be doing a Kylian Mbappe player review this week. My Ronaldo player review is going to be out in the next couple of days, as well as the pack opening for 6 PM tonight, which is Road to the Knockout Stages, because I've got quite a few packs stacked for that. Streams wise, we're going to be doing the Road to Glory, as well as probably some draft and rivals gameplay on this account. But yeah, I'm struggling to find time to do the Road to Glory and my main account, so it might just be my main account on streams and YouTube, which is a shame. But yeah, nonetheless, I've got a few bench players. Wirtz is going to be someone that I'm going to be reviewing this week, because he looks like a very, very nice card. Haaland, as a super sub for a striker, he's absolutely fantastic for 25, 26k. St. Maximin's absolute joke worthy on this game. Zakaria's untradeable, and he's fantastic off the bench in the CDM roles. And Anderson Talisca is absolutely amazing on this game. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.